हेलो लर्नर्स। आज मैं आपके लिए एक ऐसा वीडियो लेके आया हूँ जिसके जरिए मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ कि आपका पावर पॉइंट प्रेजेंटेशन इफेक्टिवली कैसे बनाना है। जिस हालात में आप आज हैं, कोविड-19 की वजह से आप सभी घरों में फंसे हुए हैं और ऐसे हालात में अगर आपको आपका प्रेजेंटेशन, सेमिनार प्रेजेंटेशन हो या प्रोजेक्ट प्रेजेंटेशन हो, जब आपको आपके एग्जामिनर तक पहुंचाना है तो इसका वीडियो बना के अगर आपको भेजना है तो वो वीडियो और वो प्रेजेंटेशन जितना इफेक्टिव होगा उतना आप आपके ऑडियंस तक आसानी से और इफेक्टिवली रीच हो सकते हैं। तो मैं आपको आज बताने वाला हूं कि ये प्रेजेंटेशन इफेक्टिव कैसे बनाना है। चलो देखते हैं with the help of this video how to prepare your presentation effectively.
So let us start with this video, and I am explaining my points with the help of this presentation which I have prepared. So the first slide of the presentation has to be necessarily a title slide which should contain the title of your topic, then your name and name of your guide. So these are the essential things which the first title slide must contain. Then on the second slide we have to start with introduction of the topic. Now in the introduction we may first of all present the significance of this study, like in this case if I am using AISI 4140 in my presentation topic, then my first introduction slide may contain the properties of AISI 4140 steel, and I may also present the chemical composition of 4140 steel like this. Here always make each line appear at the click of a mouse. This is very important. Don't always put all the content of a particular slide at once. You should always make each line appear with click of a mouse. Again, while presenting seminar on the topic or on the material which is based on the research of other authors, then we have to always acknowledge work done by authors like this. So we have to enclose reference number in square bracket. Now this reference number which we are using is the reference number of the reference list which we have to add at the end of our presentation. Then we can again continue with the introduction, like I may include applications of 4140 steel one by one. So the golden rule is that each slide should contain 6 to 8 lines. So this way we can easily make audience attend to our presentation. Then comes the remaining part of introduction, like benefits of nitriding and coating. So if you present it something like this, then I can say that you are not utilizing whole space of the slide. So this is not a proper way of preparing slides. Instead of this, if I prepare the same slide like this, then it gives better impact than the previous one. So this is the slide where I have used the available space in an optimum way. Then comes literature review. Now literature review can be presented in the form of a table like this. Like here you can see we can add title of paper, then to which material it is applicable, and lastly the important part is findings or outcomes of the study, which you can highlight like this. So literature review can be tabulated and the important findings or outcomes can be highlighted like this. Then in many of the seminars there may be some experimentation work which you can present in the form of a case study. So in that, again, if it is experimentation, then how that experimentation was done, what was the standard used for experimentation, and so on, can be presented, and you can attract attention of audience to such key features. Then you can present the experimental setup, and you can just talk briefly about the setup if it is applicable to your topic. In experimentation there may be some variables which are varied and some variables which are not varied. So in such a case, we can present all those variables which are variables and some variables which are constants. So you have to explain briefly the test conditions and the parameters which are variables and which are held constant. Then comes the result part. In result, it is always preferable to present results which can easily be understood by the audience. Like in this case, I have presented results in the form of a graph. So graph you can easily understand by looking at the graph that I have presented some materials below each bar and the values of hardness on y-axis. So each bar indicates that for a particular material the hardness values go like this. And then you can talk on the results like this. Nitrogen poor atmosphere has a peak hardness of approximately 700 HV, while by increasing nitriding time and nitrogen concentration we can increase the hardness to up to 940. So like this, if you provide your results this way, then one can easily understand. So I again repeat, preferably select such graphical outcomes which you can easily explain and audience can easily understand. You can again continue with the results. Like in this case, I have presented results on plasma nitriding of AISI 4140 steel at certain temperature and at certain atmosphere. So here I have compared two atmospheres, like low nitrogen content and high nitrogen content. So a case study can be easily explained with such outcomes which are presented in the form of a table. And again, here also you can attract attention of audience to such key results. If there are further results to be shown in the form of graph, then they can be added if required. Then comes the conclusions part. It is always preferred to give conclusions in the form of bullets. Like in this case, I can speak like, as nitriding time increases, micro hardness increases, or as nitriding time decreases or increases, you can say about case depth of hardened surface increases or decreases. Increasing the nitriding time and nitrogen concentration results in increase in hardness, and so on. So finally, as my topic was the improvement in tribological properties, so lastly I should focus on if there is any increase in the or improvement in the tribological properties because of the suggested type of conditions. So again, at the end, in conclusion, we have to always write 4 to 6 conclusions which are most relevant to the topic you have selected. After conclusions, the time comes where you have to list the references. So here the literature which you have referred is to be presented in the form of references as per suggested format. Now here I have followed a particular format. You can go for another format or another way of writing references which are given in the guidelines. Lastly, needless to say, we have to always thank the audience for their patient hearing. The important tip I would like to add at the end, that you have to always add slide number to each slide, so that after the presentation in the question answer session, examiner can ask you specific question referring to particular slide number. If you give slide number to each slide, then during the presentation examiner can note, or examiner may note, the number of the slide, so that after presentation the examiner can ask you to directly go to the required slide, and that way it becomes easy to ask questions and becomes easy for you to even answer the questions.
मुझे उम्मीद है आपको मेरा ये वीडियो जरूर पसंद आया होगा। मेरे बताए हुए स्टेप्स और ट्रिक्स अगर आप फॉलो करेंगे तो मुझे उम्मीद ही नहीं बल्कि पूरा विश्वास है कि आप आपके ऑडियंस तक बहुत ही आसानी से और इफेक्टिवली पहुंच सकते हैं। इसलिए अगर आपको मेरा ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो आप इसे लाइक करें, शेयर करें और मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें ताकि मैं इसके बाद जो भी नया कोई कंटेंट अपलोड करूं तो आपको उसका नोटिफिकेशन मिले। थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग विद मी।